Our current understanding of the universe would not be possible without extensive knowledge of elements and the organizational arrangement of the periodic table. Elements are found in the Earth, asteroids, plants, and in humans. The atomic number of an element is based on the number of protons in the nucleus. Elements are placed progressively in each horizontal row or period from left to right in the sequence of their atomic numbers. Each horizontal row reflects the energy levels or electron shells around the nucleus of the elements in that row. Elements within a group share several common properties. Groups are elements that have the same outer electron arrangement, called valence electrons. Because of this, elements in a group chemically react in similar ways. The first element listed on the periodic table is hydrogen, with atomic number 1. Currently, the last is unanoctium, with the highest atomic mass and the highest atomic number, 118. Researchers continue to create elements in the laboratory setting. Of all the elements, 98 occur naturally, of which 84 are primordial or existed since the beginning of time. The remaining elements occur only in decay chains of primordial elements. The majority of elements listed on the periodic table are metals and are good for conducting heat and electricity. About 15% are nonmetals and poor conductors of heat and electricity. A very small percentage are metalloids, sharing properties of both metals and nonmetals. Elements are further categorized by similar chemical and physical properties. Other nonmetals, alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, transition metals, lanthanoids, actinoids, metalloids, post-transition metals, halogens, and noble gases. Dietary minerals consist of chemical elements required by living organisms. To maintain good physical health, we must ingest the appropriate levels of each dietary mineral. The majority of the human body is made up of just 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Our bodies are mostly comprised of water. Therefore, it isn't surprising that most of a human body's mass is oxygen. Carbon, the basic unit for organic molecules, is the second most common. Nutrients perform various functions in the human body, such as building bones and cell structures, regulating pH, and maintaining overall health. Potassium is the 8th most abundant element in the Earth's crust and is one of the alkali metals. The alkali metals are the elements that make up Group 1 of the periodic table. This group includes lithium, sodium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. They are among the most active metals. There are very few uses for potassium as a pure element. However, compounds of potassium have many important applications. The most common is fertilizer. Potassium ions are necessary for the function of all living cells. Potassium-rich foods include leafy greens such as spinach, parsley, and lettuce. It is also present in sufficient quantities in most fruits, vegetables, meat, and fish. Potassium is one of the main blood minerals called electrolytes. The others are sodium and chloride, which means it carries a tiny electrical charge. It helps control the proper balance of fluid in cells, the contraction of muscles, and is involved in the transmission of chemical messages between nerve cells. Potassium aids in digestion of food and in the proper function of the eyes. In many of these aspects, potassium and sodium work together to keep things performing properly. Research has found that a high sodium diet with low potassium intake influences vascular volume and tends to elevate blood pressure. When this happens, people who take diuretics cause even more potassium loss, aggravating the underlying problems. The appropriate course is to shift to natural potassium foods and away from high salt foods. Lose weight if needed, and follow an exercise program to improve cardiovascular tone and physical stamina. After the alkali metals, the second group consists of the alkaline earth metals. Magnesium, Mg, with atomic number 12, is in this group. Magnesium can be found in many different forms. Bonded with other atoms, such as magnesium chloride, which is naturally in the sea. Magnesite, the insoluble rock salt also known as magnesium carbonate, and in plant matter as the central element in chlorophyll. Magnesium is a vital regulator of basic health. It is necessary for the energy production process that occurs inside the tiny structures within cells. Magnesium is a macro mineral, which, unlike trace minerals, is needed by the body in large amounts. Calcium, sodium, and potassium are also macro minerals. The molecule ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, is the fundamental unit of energy used in human cells. Many of the functions carried out by cells require ATP to provide the energy for the action. Some of these functions include muscle fiber contraction, protein synthesis, cell reproduction, and transport of substances across cell barriers. Magnesium is the third most commonly used structural metal, following iron and aluminum. Commercially, the element is primarily incorporated into aluminum-magnesium alloys. Since magnesium is less dense than aluminum, these alloys are prized for being lightweight and durable. It's used in several high-volume part manufacturing applications, including automotive and truck components. Specialty high-grade car wheels of magnesium alloy are often referred to as mag wheels. More common everyday items include electronic devices such as mobile phones, laptop and tablet computers, and cameras. Magnesium permits these devices to be smaller, lighter, and easier to transport. In agriculture, magnesium, the metallic ion at the center of chlorophyll, is a common additive in fertilizers. There are a multitude of careers available if you were to follow the path of chemistry. If you're interested in chemistry as well as biology and the effects chemicals have on the body, there are careers such as researcher, pharmacist, epidemiologist, materials and biomedical engineer, toxicologist, pharmaceutical researcher, nutritionist, and doctor. The periodic table has allowed scientists to unravel many mysteries in our universe. They're constantly guided by the efforts of their predecessors, who organized and discovered the many elements that make up the periodic table according to their properties. With this knowledge, we can create and manufacture better products that are lightweight in design, yet durable. It also gives scientists and researchers a better understanding of the human body and the effects that certain minerals have on our health and well-being. For an excellent interactive version of the periodic table of the elements, please visit www.ptable.com or use the link provided on this DVD.